What is up, guys? Today we have the Polaris 380 pool cleaner, and this is a really great pool cleaner. Now, the 380 is physically a lot like the 360, but there is one major difference. The 380 actually uses a separate booster pump. So if you have two pumps at home and one is dedicated to your return suction line, then you know you need the 380. If you have just one pump at home and you're sharing the pressure to your return line through that one pump, you need the 360. Both are physically almost exactly the same and they both work really well. So what makes this Polaris 380 so great? First, it actually has 3 Ventura jets powering it. It gets all that power to move it through the pool, and it cleans the pool really well from those jets. And because of those jets, you actually have a more efficient cleaner here. Now, this works really well with a standard pump, but it works exceptionally well with variable speed pumps. Because of how efficient this is, because of how many jets this is, you actually need less RPMs to power it. So you can actually turn down your RPMs and save yourself money when you're using this pool cleaner. It only takes about 3 hours to fully clean your pool, which is awesome. Another great thing about this is the weight of it. This only weighs in at about 17 pounds. So it's very lightweight, very easy to take in and out of the pool. Physically here, you can see there's a big rubber wheel here and 2 on the side right here, and basically those work really well to help it stick to all surfaces of your pool. This robot will clean the floors, it'll clean the walls and steps of your pool, which is really awesome. It cleans the steps, it climbs up those steps and clean it. Back here, you can notice that there is a thrust jet here. This is actually pretty important. This controls the movement of your Polaris in the pool. If you want it to move more towards the left, you'll turn this thrust jet to the left. If you want it to move towards the right, you turn it to the right. If you want the Polaris to climb more, you push this up, and if you want it to decrease the amount it climbs, you push it down. So if you notice the Polaris moving in a certain way and you want to change it, just go ahead and adjust that thrust jet there. It's got the tail sweep right here that basically swings and cleans your pool. It has the float valve back here, and back here you can actually see this is a backup valve. This is actually very important. This backup valve is used basically to pull the Polaris out of very tight spots. It activates every 2 minutes, and when it activates, it stops the power to the wheels, so the wheels stop spinning, but the backup valve activates and it actually blows so hard that it pulls the Polaris back and out of any tight situation, so it doesn't actually get stuck. So one of the great things about this Polaris is that it comes with this built-in debris bag right here on the actual robot. It does not need a separate canister because you already get this debris bag here, which is very simple to clean. You basically open up the Velcro just like this here, toss out whatever it is in there, and rinse it out with a hose. Very important to have a debris bag, especially if you get big leaves or debris, to stop it from entering back into your pump. It'll save you money in the long run and your robot will work better. So let's actually put this 380 in the pool and I'll show you how well it works. Okay guys, so if you're installing this for the first time, what you want to do is figure out the amount of hose you need for your pool. Now every single pool is different, so you have to figure out the length of the hose you need for your pool. Very simple, just stand at where your suction return line is, go to the furthest part of your pool and add 6 inches and you cut it there. That's the amount of hose you need, very simple. So when installing this in the pool, you want to actually add the wall fitting to your suction line here. It's a 1.5 inch threaded wall fitting and it works really well. It's universal, so it fits most pools. So you attach this to the inside of your suction line. Mine is right over here. I just have an extra one in my hand right here to show you how this works. So pretend this is actually in the wall there. So you have this in the wall, and next you want to take the end of the hose with the adapter to your robot here. So what's really great about this adapter is that it is a quick connect disconnect adapter. So in order to plug it in, all you have to do is push it into your wall fitting like this and turn to tighten it just like that. And to loosen it up, you just want to turn it the other direction and it pops right out. Very easy to use. I can see this being great for times when you have a spontaneous party, you've had friends and family over, and you just want to take the robot quickly out of the pool. Works well for that there. Another thing I want to mention about this is that it has a built-in pressure relief valve here. So what happens is when your pump actually turns on, it actually pushes out a lot of air. So this actually relieves all the air there, so you'll actually see water blowing out of this in your pool. It's actually very normal. Otherwise, your robot will be flying out of the pool. This knob right here is actually a flow regulator, and that is actually very important as well. A lot of times people are wondering why their Polaris does not work, why when they put them in the pool it's not moving fast enough or it's moving too fast. And 99% of the time, if everything else works, it's because you need to adjust the RPMs, the revolutions per minute of your actual robot here. The ideal amount of RPMs is between 28 and 32 RPMs per minute. If you have a robot that has too little RPMs, it won't move fast enough and it won't clean your pool or climb your walls. If you have a robot that is too fast, it's actually moving too fast and it just flies out of your pool. So you want to reach that optimum RPM there. Very easy to figure out the RPM. Just plug this guy in with your pool pump on. You just take note of the wheel here. You take a look at the wheel and count how many revolutions it makes in 1 minute. If it's within 28 and 32, then you're good to go. If it's lower, you want to increase the amount of pressure, so you turn this knob right here. If it's too high, you want to decrease the amount of revolutions by turning it the opposite direction. So let's go ahead and plug this guy into the pool. I'll turn the pump on and show you how well it works. Okay guys, so the pool cleaner is on now, and look at him. He's starting to move here and he's moving around the floor really easily. I love the way the tail sweep moves just left and right there. It's knocking away all that debris there, and the wheels really help it move across the floor and walls of the pool there, and it really just works so well in cleaning the pool. This guy just moves so quickly across the pool as well. I love that about him. Okay guys, so the Polaris is on right now. As you can see, its tail is wagging, it's sweeping the floor there, and I just want to show you the backup valve. Right now it's not actually using the backup valve, but in just a few seconds the wheels will stop moving and the valve will activate and you can see it pull backwards. Just take a look here. Right there. The wheels are slowing down right now and it's pulling backwards. As you can see, that's the backup valve working. So if it was in a very tight spot, it'll pull itself out just like that. And again, that activates every 2 minutes. That's the backup valve right there. You can see it pulls it all the way out. So that's actually really great. Take a look at him. He just goes right over the main drain right there. Just like that. It doesn't get stuck on the main drain, which is actually pretty great. A lot of these pool cleaners will get stuck on the main drain. This does not here. And the Polaris actually climbs walls as well. Take a look at there. He just climbed up my wall there. That's about 2.5 feet that it just went up to. It'll actually go all the way up the wall as well. If you take a look at it and watch it long enough, it will actually go all the way up my walls, which are about 5 feet tall as well. That works off of a dedicated booster pump, one that cleans the floors, the walls, and steps of your pool. Then the Polaris 380 is definitely the way to go. Definitely a pool cleaner I recommend.
We hope this review helps.